upset with people, mad, feeling like I want some things my way and things of that nature, and realize, where's this coming from? Like, oh, some developmental things happen. Some things where you could have been stuck in. Some places that might have been on pause because of some things that happened to you. But grace, though.
Yeah.
But grace, so I'm going to tell you something about grace again.
Yeah.
So, to fast forward a little bit, I get to a point where some people believe in me more than I believe in myself, and they send me to a place. So me, in my head, I'm like, man, I've been raised by all types of psychs and psychologists and gestalt therapists. Like, that person better be real, because I'm going to see right through them. I promise you, that person better understand the environment I've been around, the diverse culture I've been around, the type of language that was spoken to me, the things that I understand, they better understand. Because if they don't, I'm going to get over on that person. I'm going to just go ahead and walk through this thing and make it work and this and that. And it's going to be easy. They send me to a place after believing in me and after giving me chances I personally didn't feel I deserved, but I begged for. But that wasn't about why they gave it to me. But they sent me to a place. And I met somebody. I'm coming off the elevator. Well, the elevator opened. I'm coming in the elevator. This person walks in the elevator. Me personally, I'm looking at her and I said, that must be the supervisor of this place. She has to be the director. And then I find out, because she had an intimidating type of presence with her at first. Then I find out, she introduced herself. She said, I'm your therapist. And I'll be back up to talk to you in a minute. And so she went downstairs for whatever she had to go downstairs for. She comes back up, introduces herself to me, and me being brand new to the place, I'm just kind of looking around. I knew, okay, she said where she was, but I'm just filling out the place. Personally, I had put my prison mentality on, so I'm looking at the men and I'm trying to figure out who's who and what is what and all of these other things. And over the course of a few weeks, something happened. And I want to share that before, I close and before I sit down. I want to share something with you because I believe we all may be able to relate to this. And I believe I personally would love healthcare providers to understand something about this. Not that they don't. But I met a lady who helped create such a safe space for me. She didn't approach me in terms of trying to feel that she needed to hurry up and fix me. She didn't approach me in terms of trying to feel like I know the answer to your problem because I've seen people like this before. So here, listen to me. This is what I'm going to tell you, and this is what I'm going to do. Take these assignments. Nah, I don't even know where it began at, but here's what I do remember, is that it feels like almost like I was walking into like a brand new atmosphere, a brand new door, but I still had mud all over my shoes a little bit. And I was afraid to take them off because I kind of cherished my mud. It kept me safe a little bit. It felt like it kept me safe. Some of the things that I didn't want people to know, but I would react out or I would hold different mentalities towards you, that felt safe to me. But she slowly assured me that, you can come on in. But if you come in here, you're accountable. If you allow this to happen, you're accountable. Now, of course, I don't want to be accountable. I had enough accountability in terms of thinking that my accountability came in reference to my incarceration. Accountable, I don't want to be accountable, that sounds like rules. But the accountability she gave me was freedom. Freedom to understand who I was. Freedom to understand that she wasn't trying to fix me. She was trying to help me discover what he said in his spoken word about that someone that's great, the eyes that, I don't know, I can't verbatim it, I know it's powerful, but those eyes of that greatness just may be you. You may be looking at the greatness. And when she demonstrated that to me, when she helped me see that, I'm just here, we'll do it on your terms. We'll talk however you want to talk, we'll discuss things, whenever you decide to be done, be done. When that safe space was created, Mom, that's when I became curious about me. Because I never was really curious about my healing. I never was curious about it. And then followed up with a person that she recommended. a young man that she recommended who now became my tangible example of, oh, he looks like me and that can really happen. He's really doing it. Because I never really had those examples before. Because people would always say that that person exists, but I never really had a genuine person, a genuine another young black male who was just like me, who had a story like me, who decided one time in his life, whatever happened to him in his inducement, to heal himself. And to decide, you know what, instead of me talking to you a lot, Dujuan, my character's prophetic, I'm going to just show you. And he did that. Grace, the different elements that come into your life, the times when your mom can come years and years later and hear somebody say something and decide, I'm healed a little bit. That grace.
Yes, sir.
Miss Pamela Wood is here today. And I'm not going to hold y'all long. Mr. Randy Williams is here today. My family is here today. My sisters, my mom, Miss Anna, Miss Brenda, Sam Bird. The people that see some struggle in my life. But remember, Julius told me we was all family, we just hadn't met yet. But I do need to say, though, that I don't know what's going on sometimes, like right now, Julius. I don't know why I'm so curious about my healing at times. I don't know. I can't say what happened between me and Miss Pam was some magic and people need to understand that this lady is this and she. No, but all I can say was after she knew that we crossed the line of accountability, she told me, now you're accountable, now fly, go. Crazy. She didn't try to dig in and keep giving me little anecdotes and theories and here's what you need and here's what you need. She said, you're accountable. She said, either get on or get off. You're accountable. When you open that door, you're accountable now. Now she put the responsibility back into me. Now she put that symbolism back into me of someone who can say, come on, I'm going to help you. Okay, now help yourself. But we still going to be here for you. But now I get a person in my life that's just like me, a young man who I didn't even know his story until probably, I'm going to say about 4 weeks or 5 weeks into the whole acquaintance of who he was. And when I found out his story, my mouth was wide open like, oh my God. And you doing this? Show me how to do this. He inspired me to become a peer specialist because he didn't tell me what the peer specialist was, he just walked it. He just showed me. Miss Pam inspired me to decide, you know what, Mom? She's a part of my healing. A place that you might not have understood. A place that my family might not have been able to understand. A place that I'm still trying to understand. A conversation that I spoke to her earlier about, I was like, well, what's after this? What's next after this? And so I need to do something that's symbolic for me. Because a woman who struggled through some chaos on one end of my life, and then a woman who comes years later on another end and kind of helps bridge that gap. And you know that bridge, man, that bridge lays itself down and provides access, right? So some people can cross over safely. That bridge over troubled waters, those two bridges, I have to do this. And so if I may, personally, I need to ask if my mom, if you could come hold my right hand. And Miss Pam, if you could come hold my left hand. And this just to me, because remember at 5, I was symbolic. This bridge right here. This bridge, when nobody else could do it. No therapist they gave me. No juvenile facility, no state prison, federal prison, no maximum security, no nothing can do it. Because you know why? I thought my trauma was so deep that nobody else was like me. I thought my trauma was so deep that I can justify why I'm the way I am. I don't like hearing about domestic violence. Because although you was a victim, I was a perpetrator. It's hard to say that. But this bridge right here, is what I'm grateful for, this grace. This is grace. And all the people that came before y'all, that came before you, Miss Pam, Mr. Bird, this is grace. You told me preparation. You shared with me that. You woke up with me when I woke up from my overdose. Miss Anna, your prayers. Miss Brenda, your prayers. The covering that I received. My little sister had lost her hair as a young age because she was worried about her big brother. And now all she wants is her brother around. That relationship, that bridge. This is grace. I don't know what's next for me in terms of how I'm going to develop and where I'm going to develop and where I'm going to go. But this is what I know. This is grace. You created a place for me to be safe enough to tell you I'm scared.
Praise Him.
It's okay.
And you created a motherhood that I will forever, ever, ever talk about. And while I'm here in this city, and while I'm here with the people around me, I am going to create.
Praise Him.
I'm going to reach out to men. I'm going to reach out to women. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to ask you to hold my hand. Tell me how you do it. Why do you cry? Why do you laugh? Why do you do the things you do? Joy, why do you just want me around? Why is it still preparation? Why did you show me? Why did you show me him when I didn't see him in no other place? Why didn't Mr. Randy Williams show me them? Why did you show me that black man that I wanted to be? Why did you show me him? I can touch you now. I know what it feels like. I know what it looks like.
Absolutely.
Why did you tell me we all family? We just didn't meet yet. What is this about sometimes? Why do I still have anxieties? And why do I still have depression? Why do I still want to give up? And why do I still want this? And why do I still want that? But when I realize that right here, I'm in the middle now. Her son, my healer. I love you both.
Amen.
I thank you for what you did. People should understand who you are. You should read her bio. And don't read the bio, though. But you should read her bio. I appreciate her bio, but I spent some time with her.
Amen.
And that, to me, is the best biography
Praise
I
Him.
could ever receive.
Praise Him.
Because she held me accountable. And then she said, fly. And I want to say to you, my brother, I'm very grateful for who you are.
Amen.
And for what you went through. Because if you didn't decide to heal yourself, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have been able to reach out and touch somebody now.
Praise Him.
I'm very grateful for the things you've done for me so far in my life and still walking with me.
Amen.
I'm very grateful for this organization who I'm getting familiar with at this point. I'm very grateful for knowing that I'm your family member now, Joyce. And now we meet.
Amen.
And I appreciate your time. Thank you.